Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Friday, November 21, 2025. And in the news this evening, Maitland murder trial hits a snag, resumes on Monday. Despite having just 4 more witnesses remaining to take the stand in the Home Circuit Court trial of Constable Noel Maitland in downtown Kingston, the case hit a snag on Thursday as the prosecution indicated that there were some important administrative matters to attend to. The trial, which has been running over the past 8 months, was put off until Monday, after the prosecution and the defense completed their examination-in-chief and the cross-examination of a deputy superintendent of police assigned to the Communications, Forensic and Cybercrime Division. The way was cleared for one of the 4 remaining witnesses to take the stand. The witness, who was on time for court and waiting to give evidence, was asked instead to get herself ready for Monday, as prosecutors needed some time to sort out important matters. Maitland is on trial for murder and preventing the lawful burial of a corpse in relation to the July 12, 2022 disappearance of his social media influencer girlfriend, Donna Lee Donaldson. Donaldson was 24 years old when she went missing. Prosecutors are seeking to use circumstantial evidence to secure the conviction of Maitland, whose apartment complex was the last place Donaldson was seen. Among the evidence being relied on by the prosecution is blood that was said to belong to Donaldson that was found in Maitland's Chelsea Manor apartment in St. Andrew. Following Donaldson's disappearance, there was also a string of phone calls placed by Maitland to a truck driver who removed a couch from his apartment and took it to a car wash on Lyndhurst Road in St. Andrew to be power washed. There were also calls between Maitland and his child's mother, as well as others, based on what came out in the testimony of the DSP. The 7-member jury in the case heard on Wednesday that, based on cell-site information obtained from a phone number attributed to Maitland, he appeared to have moved around a lot on the immediate days following Donaldson's disappearance. The DSP from CFCD said that on July 13, which was the day after Donaldson went missing, a phone number attributed to Maitland made a call at 9:49 a.m. and that call was facilitated by the Lyndhurst Road site in St. Andrew, which is the same area the car wash Maitland took the couch to was located. A former employee testified previously that while she was washing the settee, which Maitland brought to the car wash, she noticed a lot of red substance running from the couch, which she said resembled blood. Based on that observation and what she said were flies swarming the couch, she was of the opinion that someone had died and bled out on the couch. The DSP said on Wednesday that at 12:30 p.m. on July 13, that same number attributed to Maitland used the Princeville Plaza cell site, also in St. Andrew, to communicate on the network. By 1:08 p.m., the number was back within range of the Lyndhurst Road cell site. At 2:14 p.m., the number was still using the Lyndhurst Road cell site, the court heard. During previous testimonies, over the 8-month period that the trial has been going on, the 7-member jury heard that Maitland went to a hardware store on Constant Spring Road in St. Andrew, where he found the truck driver who brought the settee to the car wash on Lyndhurst Road. On July 14, 2022, Maitland's number was picked up by the Dunrobin Avenue cell site in St. Andrew. At 3:49 p.m., the number was used in the Lyndhurst Road cell site. At 3:55 p.m., the number was used in a cell site on East Avenue near downtown Kingston, and at 4:06 p.m., the number pinged on the West Parade cell site in downtown Kingston. At one point, the number was picked up on the Tivoli Gardens cell site. His attorney Chadwick Berry explained to the court that the Tivoli Gardens cell site covers the areas outside of that West Kingston community, pointing out that it shouldn't be taken to mean that Maitland was inside Tivoli Gardens when he communicated on his phone. No bail for alleged stabber. Kenneth Campbell, no stranger to the criminal courts, will have to stay behind the bars as he faces fresh allegations of stabbing a woman in St. James. He is charged with wounding with intent. Despite his plea for freedom, when he appeared in the parish court on Thursday, the court refused to grant Campbell bail, keeping him in custody until his next hearing. His attorney Albert Morgan was absent, meaning no bail application could be renewed. This was not the first time Campbell was facing the court for similar offenses. His prior convictions weighed heavily against him, reinforcing the court's decision to deny bail. The court was also told that Campbell had been under investigation for murder before the alleged stabbing. Though he had previously been granted pre-charge bail in that case, he was returned to custody after allegedly committing the latest offense. He is expected to remain in the Freeport lockup until December 3. The most recent alleged attack reportedly occurred on June 15 around 3:20 p.m. on Barnett Lane Avenue. The complainant claimed that she felt someone grabbed her neck from behind. Turning, she saw Campbell. A struggle followed, during which he allegedly demanded sex. When she resisted, Campbell reportedly stabbed her in the left side with a ratchet knife before fleeing, leaving her hospitalized. Trelawny Higgler dies after motorcycle crash. A Trelawny Higgler died after the motorcycle he was riding collided with a parked truck along a section of the North Coast Highway in the parish on Thursday afternoon. He has been identified as 45-year-old David Junior Myers, otherwise called the Junior, of Zion District in Trelawny. Reports are that about 5:30 p.m., Myers was traveling along the Hague roadway on a Champion motorcycle when he reportedly lost the control of the bike and slammed into a Ford Ranger motor truck that was parked along the roadway. Myers sustained multiple serious injuries and was rushed to hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. His death pushes to 20 the number of road fatalities recorded in Trelawny since the start of the year. The Trelawny police have launched an investigation into the incident. 6 dead as Jamaica experiences outbreak of leptospirosis, said Tufton. Jamaica is presently experiencing an outbreak of leptospirosis with 9 confirmed cases. There have also been 28 suspected and/or probable cases as of October 30, with 6 deaths reported from among the suspected cases. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, made the announcement Friday morning during a press briefing to provide an update on the health sector's response in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. He said cases or suspected cases have been reported across 8 parishes. The Health and Wellness Minister noted that the number represented significantly more cases than the 2 to 21 cases observed in the preceding 34 months. The outbreak follows the passage of Hurricane Melissa, which has created conditions that have increased the risk of exposure to contaminated water and soil, Tufton said. He noted that it is a significant public health risk following heavy rainfall, flooding, or any major disaster, pointing out that the bacteria that causes the disease thrives in water contaminated by the urine of infected animals, in particular rats, but also cats, dogs, and livestock. He is imploring persons, in particular those taking part in the cleanup exercise in the aftermath of the hurricane, to take extreme caution by, among other things, wearing the proper protective gear. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.